Hello, Taurus. Hope you are having a good month. It's a birthday time for a lot of you, so I do want to wish you a very happy, blessed, prosperous birthday. Welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and I will be doing your money, wealth, finance, prosperity, and abundance reading for the month of May 2021. If this is your first time catching one of my videos, I do want to say welcome and I invite you to subscribe because I do these readings each and every month and I would love to share your money message with you. For the readings this month, I'm going to be using my white tarot deck. This is an oldie but goodie, but I really like the energy with this deck, so that's what we're going to go with. I will clarify with my Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot as I always do. And then Taurus, I will close out your reading with a Secret Language of Color Oracle card. And it's a very beautiful, colorful deck, and I think you're going to enjoy it. Let's see. I think that is it. As far as the intro goes, yeah. All right, already I'm getting some very smooth energy for you, Taurus, which is a good sign because I want to say that, it's all about ease and flow, ease and flow. All right, let's go ahead and get started with the reading. I felt like there was something else I wanted to say, but now I don't know what it was. So let's just go ahead and get started and see what we need to know for the sign of Taurus as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of May 2021. Interesting. All right, so the relationships are definitely going to be on high. Looks like you've got a lot of emotional energy starting off the month, Taurus. This can be good. This can be distracting, especially when you're trying to build your empire, right? Because that's what we focus on here. We focus on money. We focus on really creating the abundance that we want to experience in our everyday life. And it is all about the finances, But look what you've got going on here. You've got two of the main relationship emotional energy cards, and you have the Lovers and the Two of Cups. That's the card of partnerships. So, I'm really feeling like your relationship is probably going to be front and center for you for the month of May, Taurus. And if it's not, and when I say relationship, I'm meaning romantic relationship. But if it's not, if you're single, then I'm feeling like there's going to be other relationships that come into play here. And I can see that with the Queen of Cups. But let's start here, Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups is all about reconnecting with something that you loved and adored from the past. This could be a person, but it could also be like a project. Could be an old job, could be maybe something you were working on and you had to put aside for whatever reason, and now it's starting to show back up because you've got a brand new perspective. You've got new energy flowing into this creative venture that could really turn out to be very profitable for you. So if there is a chance for you to kind of reestablish and reawaken an old project, Taurus, you may want to look into that because the opportunity is there for you to make quite a bit of money with it. The other things we need to look at are the Queen of Cups and the Page of Swords and the Lovers. These are all three in reverse. Now, the Lovers card in the reverse, I'm going to save this because I think these two cards are related here, and I'm feeling like these are related here. Queen of Cups. Now, this is emotions a little bit out of control. Even though things show up from our past, sometimes we get caught up in our emotions, and some of us, we're still not necessarily... it's like we still have the ability to get lost in our emotions. We have the ability to kind of let our emotions take control. And we have to be very careful of that because we got the Page of Swords here. And this means that there is, something coming your way that's going to... I'm feeling like this is something that's going to be removed, something that's going to be stopped, something that's going to be discontinued. And that has a tendency to kind of trigger some heavy emotional reaction here. And you really have to be careful with that because you don't want to sabotage any opportunities that are coming. And I can see that very clearly, that you are going to have some good things happening once we get to probably the end of the first week of May. But you are going to feel a little bit of, emotional roller coaster here. Now, because you're getting a little bit of a heads up as to that, potentially causing some distraction, you can kind of be proactive about it and understand that, okay, emotionally I might be a little sensitive this first week of May. So I'm gonna, probably not make any type of financial decisions. I'm not gonna really kind of move into something new until I know how I feel about it. And so I guess I'm telling you, Taurus, is you really want to examine how you feel before you go into any project that has to do with work, career, money, your business. Yeah, because I'm feeling like you may even be a little overly sensitive. Now, this has nothing to do with you being irrational or anything like that. So don't feel like you're doing anything wrong. But everybody goes through these cycles where emotions really run high. And, sometimes we're just, like I said, a little bit more sensitive. And when we are in those moments, those are the times that we really have to step back and give ourselves permission to not, feel responsible for everybody else, or to not feel obligated to respond or to make a decision or to have a conversation, okay? Especially, again, the focus here is on money, anything related to how you're bringing in money, okay? All right, so let's get to the Lovers and the Two of Cups. This is definitely some relationship stuff here. For those of you who are involved with a partner, married, spouse, whatever, looks like you're going to be having, I want to say there's going to be a feeling of maybe you are, and the word separated comes to mind, but I don't mean like a divorce or a breakup. I'm feeling like there's a separation energetically. It's like you guys aren't on the same page. You guys aren't maybe thinking things from the same angle. But the thing is you do kind of work through that, and then you do really come together in a beautiful way. But remember, you're kind of in this emotional, heightened sensitivity energy right now, so you're going to have to give this person grace because they may not necessarily understand exactly how you're feeling or why you're feeling the way you do. But like I said, you've got the Two of Cups right next to that, which means that things do come together beautifully. But I don't want you to feel like if you're disconnected from your partner at this time, that it's a reason to break up or to, end things. It's just that you're going to have to understand that maybe they don't understand you. Now, if you are sensitive, or if you are single, sensitive too, but if you are single, this applies in the sense that you may be feeling a little disconnected from the people that you are working with, right? You could be a little disconnected maybe from colleagues, maybe from your job, maybe from your business partner. But understand that it's only temporary and that you two will eventually harmonize in a beautiful way when all is said and done. Next, we have Justice. Justice is a decision being made in your favor, which is why I say all this is temporary, okay? Taurus, you've got a decision being made in your favor. Also the Queen of Wands, which means that things really stabilize in the workplace. The other good thing about the Queen of Wands is that she's a very grounded energy. So while you may be feeling a little bit of, like I said, emotional ups and downs when the month starts, by the time we close out that first week of May, you're going to be feeling very, very grounded, very stable, and feeling like things are really moving in the right direction for you. All right, Taurus, let's continue on. So you've got a very, I want to say, heavily feelings oriented, feelings based first week of May here. All right. So let's see what else is going on for the sign of Taurus as it relates to Money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of May 2021. Okay. All right, so as we move into the second week of May, again, I see some good news coming as it relates to money, and things start moving very quickly for you. We've got the Ten of Swords here in the reverse, a very good card to have in the reverse, because this means that, you know, there could have been some animosity here with maybe whatever this was that you're reconnecting with from your past, and that whatever tension, miscommunication, whatever it was, betrayal, has been resolved, and you have moved past it now for the betterment of yourself. Now, this is also very good because energetically it allows you to not kind of be stagnant in that area, which could affect your finances too. So this is really good. This is definitely a healing card. The other nice thing to see in reverse is the Devil card, because that means whatever type of bondage you were in, whether it be self-imposed or otherwise, you're breaking free from that, right? You're not being unnecessarily chained or stuck to anything. And the Devil card talks about breaking free and also being released from anything that was unhealthy and not serving you. Now, the Two of Wands here is telling me that you are going to be making some new plans for your future as it relates to your money. For some of you, I'm feeling like you're probably reconsidering buying a house here or buying some real estate. This card is telling me that there's probably going to be some second guessing for some of you who are looking to maybe invest in real estate property. And the only reason why I say that is because this card really tells me that there's a very earthy energy, and there's a very much, you know, it's all about land and property. So I'm feeling like some of you who are looking to buy real estate, you may second guess that decision once we hit the second week of May. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, make sure you do everything that feels right for you. And don't, if you feel like, you know, this isn't the right deal or this isn't the right time, then by all means, you know, postpone it, cancel it, do what you got to do. Six of Swords here means that there's going to be a cancellation of some trips here. Those of you who may have made plans to travel, looks like that's not going to happen. Looks like there's going to be a cancellation or a postponement of some sort. Again, I'm not surprised to see that, considering we are still in a global pandemic and things still are kind of not necessarily settled everywhere throughout the world. We also have the King of Swords here. The King of Swords in reverse. Sometimes this is an irrational card because it talks about abruptly ending things without thinking things through. And when we talk about our money and our finances, sometimes this could be, excuse me, kind of reacting instead of acting, you know, thoughtfully and carefully. So just be careful that you don't say no to something without thoroughly thinking it through and considering all the potential angles and, you know, all the potential outcomes, because you don't want to do something quickly and then later on regret that, oh wow, I shouldn't have made that decision the way I did. But here we go. This is the highlight of your second week of May. You've got some good news coming in as it relates to money, wealth, finances, and there's a project that's moving full force, full steam ahead. The Chariot here talks about things moving very, very quickly. Also, the other thing about the Chariot is that things kind of happen simultaneously. You've got this going over here, you've got this going over here, and both things are taking off very, very quickly. So that's very exciting, Taurus, and hopefully you're prepared and you're ready, because again, once we hit the second week of May, things are really going to start moving for you very, very fast. All right, let's see what else is going on for the sign of Taurus as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of May 2021. All right, Taurus. All right, growth is definitely happening. Looks like you're going to be doing a lot of work by yourself. However, it's going to pay off. I can see that very clearly. You're definitely in the phase of rebuilding here. King of Wands in the reverse means that there's going to be some changes with, I'm feeling like this is more structural and personnel changes, and it's probably going to be a little disruptive. It's not going to feel easy, and it's not going to feel... it's just going to be uncomfortable, I should say. Now, the King of Wands, when I say disruptive and structural changes, I mean that changes in your work environment. Could be personnel changes, could be changes to your office, to your location where you work, whatever. The other thing about this is there could be some changes in management. There could be some changes in how procedures are done in your work. Now, for those of you who don't work, and if you're retired or a student or whatever, there's still going to be some type of external changes, I should say, to whatever the system is on how you get money. Whether that be through your parents, whether that be through Social Security, whatever. There's going to be some type of change in that. Now, again, this doesn't mean that you're not going to get the money that you're entitled to or that you have earned, but at the same time, there might just be some changes in the process of how it flows through the system to ultimately get to you. Now, we have the Ten of Wands here, Taurus, so you got to be careful with that, because this is the card of burnout and overwhelm, and sometimes overworking, sometimes doing too much. You really have to be careful with that, because you don't want to take on too much and overwhelm yourself. Okay, so this is like a little warning showing up to really make sure you take care of yourself, so you can be that go-getter and that driven, successful person that we all know you are. Eight of Swords, this is breaking free from self-limiting beliefs. These two cards are kind of related, okay, the Eight of Swords and the Devil. But this is breaking through and releasing any type of doubt and self-limitation or, self-sabotage that you may be dealing with. So this is definitely a good card to see in the reverse. Just, excuse me, just like the Tower card. Now, the Tower card in the reverse talks about you are, the worst is over of whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. The hard work is done. Now you're in the phase of rebuilding, restructuring, bringing things together, bringing the right people to you in the right timing and in the right way. Okay, so it may feel a little challenging at times, but just know the worst is over. You are now only going up. You are now only going to progress. You're not going to be backpedaling in any way. You're just going to be moving forward. Finally, we have the Hermit and we have the Empress. Now, the Empress is all about growth, especially financial, business, career growth. The other thing about the Hermit, this tells me that you're going to be doing a lot of things independently. A solopreneur, maybe being self-employed, being an independent contractor, having your own business. But you're probably going to find the most success, Taurus, at this time and at this stage in your life by working by yourself. And sometimes that is the best way to make things happen, because you don't have anyone else to answer to. However, you do have to balance that so you don't burn yourself out, which we talked about here. But for the most part, you're going to make the greatest strides kind of working alone right now. Now, we also have the Empress. I talked about that. This is the card of growth and prosperity. This means, things are definitely progressing. And I'm not surprised that it fell onto the Page of Pentacles and the Chariot card here. The good thing is that, growth is happening. Things are progressing. Things are definitely, happening for you, which is very, very exciting. Okay. All right, so let's see what else is showing up for Taurus as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of May 2021. All right. I can't remember how these all flew out. I think this is it. I need one more card for Taurus, please. Thank you. All right. All right, Taurus. May is definitely going to be a successful month for you. I can tell you that right now. We've got the Queen of Wands. I think we saw her. Yeah, she's a repeat. Right here, Page of Pentacles, repeat. Is the Queen of Cups? No, she's not. Okay. All right, so we talked about Queen of Wands here. Whatever kind of brings your month, well, I'll say it this way. The month starting off, that energy really plays throughout the entire month, because you're going to be experiencing that same energy here towards the end of the month, okay? And this is very, very good, because that means you have consistency. It means things are happening, things are definitely stabilizing, like I said, and things are really starting to feel like they are solid, right? And that's always a good feeling. Now we also have the Page of Pentacles here. Now, even though this is a reverse card, because I got this card earlier in the upright position, good news coming in as it relates to money, some type of financial news, some type of financial thing, blessing is coming your way. I do feel like there's going to be more to that as we close out the end of the month. And the reason why I say that is because it's sandwiched in between these two cards here. So you may have gotten some great news here, but the news is going to be good here. Or the other thing is, like, you're going to get some good news here, and then the continuation of it happens here towards the end of the month. We've got the Sun card here, which is one of the most positive cards in the deck. That tells me that good news is definitely coming your way. You're going to have really successful, blessed outcomes as it relates to your money, to your work, to your career, your business, whatever the case may be. This is all good, okay? So I'm looking at this last week of the month, and Taurus, it's all good. Next, we have the Queen of Cups here. The Queen of Cups, this is another emotional card, and that's why, oh, we did have her here. Okay, so the Queen of Cups, whatever emotionals were kind of maybe feeling a little wonky here, looks like those things finally settle down and work themselves out towards the end of the month. Now, this is really, really good, because, again, it allows you to really see the situations for what they are and not to get caught up in irrational emotions and feeling kind of, stifled by emotions that just don't serve you. Looks like all of that finally clears itself out by the time we close out the month of May. Now, the only thing we do want to pay attention to is this Three of Swords. Now, this Three of Swords does talk about heartbreak in some way, disappointment in some way. Now, the thing is I don't feel like this is going to be something that is catastrophic, but I do pick up that there will be a little bit of a disappointment here, and not because someone is trying to hurt you, but at the same time, you've made the decision to kind of work on your own independently, do whatever it is that you're going to do, and you're going to upset some people. Why? Because not everybody is going to be supportive of what you want to do, especially when it comes to work and money. Some people are going to feel like you're betraying them. Some people are going to feel jealous and threatened that you are moving forward and that you're growing yourself financially, you're becoming wealthier, you're becoming more educated in whatever it is you want to do. And some people get threatened by that, and they do feel like their feelings get hurt. And because your intention is not to hurt anybody, Taurus, you're going to feel that, and it may make you sad. But when all is said and done, you got to do what you got to do. Remember, this is your life. This is your financial future, and you are consciously choosing to make it whatever it is that you desire. Next, we have the Fool card, which means that you will be going in a new direction. However, it's not going to be something that you have no experience in, right? You're moving in a new direction, maybe with a new business, maybe with a new job. But, there's going to be some familiarity there. It's not like you're leaping out on blind faith. No, you know what you're doing, and you're ready for the new challenge, right? And it definitely pays off, because we got my favorite wealth card. Nine of Pentacles is one of my favorite wealth cards in the deck, because this is a card of luxury, blessings, exquisiteness, all those beautiful things that we like to experience when we have the money to do so. So, Taurus, you've got a really good month. It's going to feel a little emotional, in the first half. But by the time we close out May, you are going to be in a very, very good place. Things are going to be looking really, really good for you. So I hope you are definitely ready. All right, Taurus, let's go ahead and close out your reading with a Secret Language of Color Oracle card. Oh, interesting. You've got yellow. This is card number 22, which is Purify Your Body. And I'm feeling like these two cards want to say something as well, so let's take a look. You've got mauve, which is enjoy, clear, hearing. Interesting. And then you've got violet, create a balanced life. So purify your body, enjoy clear hearing, and create a balanced life. And I definitely feel like that resonates because I do think we were talking about balance and stability several times in your reading. All right, Taurus, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, observations, please drop them down below. And I want to thank you for spending this time with me. We'll definitely do it all again next month.